Hello friends, boys and girls, I am Sarath C, and welcome to the Sarath C Aviation and Rail Knowledge channel. Today, we are going to take you on a full deep dive investigative journey into the fascinating and rapidly evolving world of virtual reality combat training, with a special focus on the Real Combat Simulator virtual simulation application. This is not just a casual review, it is a comprehensive seminar-style presentation where we will examine the core technological foundations, the practical applications, the feedback from real users, the simulation physics, and the professional career opportunities that are linked to VR job simulations in defense, aviation, and even railway operational safety. The Real Combat Simulator app is a sophisticated virtual environment that allows users to immerse themselves in lifelike combat scenarios, offering a blend of high-end graphics rendering, physics-based interactions, AI-driven opponent behaviors, and multi-sensory feedback systems. Our discussion today is intended not just for gamers or enthusiasts, but for students, professionals, and institutions who are interested in understanding how VR simulation technology can influence real-world operational performance and career development. The first aspect we need to understand in this seminar is the core architecture of the Real Combat Simulator application. Built using advanced game engines such as Unity or Unreal Engine, the software relies heavily on real-time rendering pipelines that process 3D models, lighting, shading, and environmental dynamics to create a believable battlefield environment. The application also integrates motion tracking sensors, VR head-mounted displays, HMDs, and sometimes haptic feedback devices that allow the user to physically feel vibrations, resistance, or impacts in sync with the simulation. This creates a heightened sense of immersion and presence, which is essential in training environments where reaction times, situational awareness, and stress management skills are critical. In this section of our investigation, we will highlight how these systems use positional tracking data from devices like the Oculus Quest Pro or HTC Vive Pro to translate physical head and body movements into accurate in-game perspectives. This is not a simple gaming experience, it is a full-body cognitive engagement that trains reflexes, coordination, and tactical thinking. Moving to the combat mechanics, the Real Combat Simulator employs procedural animation systems and AI-driven enemy logic that adapt dynamically to the player's actions. This means that if you flank your opponent, they may respond by repositioning, calling for reinforcements, or altering their attack strategy. The application also offers realistic ballistics simulations. Bullets follow trajectories influenced by wind, gravity, and weapon recoil patterns. In our full investigation, we found that such realism is not just cosmetic. It teaches players to compensate for environmental conditions, weapon characteristics, and human reaction limitations. This mirrors real-world military and aviation training, where understanding weapon handling under pressure is a crucial skill. From an educational and professional training perspective, virtual reality job simulations like this go far beyond entertainment. Defense academies, pilot training institutes, and even railway safety departments are adopting VR to train personnel in high-risk scenarios without exposing them to actual danger. For example, in the railway industry, VR is being used to simulate locomotive cab controls during emergency braking situations, much like how the Real Combat Simulator simulates sudden ambushes or critical mission changes. Both require fast decision-making, accurate responses under stress, and teamwork coordination. The transferable skills developed in VR, such as spatial awareness, stress control, and procedure memorization, can be applied in many real jobs. User feedback from our research reveals both strengths and weaknesses. The majority of users appreciate the realism, the variety of missions, and the ability to play both single-player and multiplayer modes. Some have reported that extended use leads to simulator sickness, eye strain, or fatigue, which is a reminder that VR sessions must be scheduled responsibly. Another common piece of feedback is the desire for more authentic environmental sounds and more diverse tactical scenarios, for example, urban combat, jungle warfare, or maritime operations. In the professional training sector, instructors have praised the simulator's adaptability to curriculum requirements, but they also stress that it should be used as a supplement, not a replacement, for physical drills. A critical part of the seminar is the technical evaluation of the simulation's realism. We measured frame rate stability, latency in motion tracking, and accuracy of weapon physics. Optimal performance requires at least 90 frames per second with minimal motion to photon latency to avoid motion sickness. The Real Combat Simulator meets the standard on high-end PCs and VR headsets but may drop performance on lower-end systems. The application's physics engine is commendable for its handling of projectile dynamics and collision detection, but further refinement is possible in terrain deformation and damage modeling. Now, let's discuss job simulation career advice for our audience. If you are a student aspiring to work in defense services, aviation, emergency response, or railway operational safety, VR simulations can be an essential tool in your preparation. Here is my professional recommendation. 1. Familiarize yourself with simulation-based learning early, whether through apps like Real Combat Simulator or specialized training software. 2. Combine VR practice with theoretical study. Learn the standard operating procedures, technical manuals, and tactical doctrines that correspond to your training scenarios. 3. Use VR for situational awareness drills. Train your mind to respond quickly to changes, whether in combat, cockpit, or control room environments. 4. Pursue certifications in simulation technology or VR design, as these skills are increasingly in demand for developing training systems in defense, aviation, and transportation sectors. 5. Be mindful of health and safety, take breaks, ensure proper VR headset adjustment, and maintain good posture to avoid fatigue or long-term strain. Our special seminar section also emphasizes the future of VR in professional training. As computing power, AI integration, and sensory feedback technologies advance, we will see simulations become indistinguishable from reality. In military training, this means soldiers could rehearse missions in exact replicas of real-world locations generated from satellite imagery. In aviation, pilots could train for extreme weather or emergency failures without risking lives. In railway operations, drivers could rehearse complex signaling failures, brake system malfunctions, or obstacle detection scenarios in complete safety. The Real Combat Simulator, while primarily designed for entertainment, offers a glimpse into this future by demonstrating the potential of immersive, interactive training environments. In conclusion, the Real Combat Simulator is not just a game, it is a microcosm of the larger VR revolution that is transforming how we train, prepare, and respond to high-stakes situations. As we have seen in our full investigative report, the combination of realistic physics, adaptive AI, and immersive hardware can create powerful learning experiences. Whether you are an aspiring defense professional, a pilot trainee, a railway safety officer, or simply a technology enthusiast, understanding and engaging with VR simulations will give you an edge in both skill development and career opportunities. This is why at the Sarath C Aviation and Rail Knowledge channel, we encourage our viewer to approach such simulations with both curiosity and discipline, enjoying the experience while recognizing its professional value. Thank you for joining today's seminar. Stay tuned for our upcoming sessions where we will explore other VR applications in aviation and railway industries, along with interviews from professionals who have transitioned from simulation-based learning to real-world operational excellence. Until then, keep learning, stay safe, and see you in the next video.